If Singapore wasn't already a foodie's paradise, the month of July will prove to you that it's that and more. It's the Singapore Food Festival 2011, and this year's Food Festival Village will be the biggest one yet, with over 60 food stalls to whet your appetite from the 15th to 24th of July. But if you want your food experience a little more visceral, the Heritage Trail would be right up your alley with meals on a tiffin cruise down the Singapore River, or a dinner and food demonstration on the Singapore Flyer. And to give you a taste of what you can expect, RazorTV joined the morning leg of the Heritage Trail at Little India. At $88 plus, groups of 20 can experience the sights and spices of Little India. Our day began at 10 AM at the corner of Buffalo Road with an introduction by Chef Milan Sovani, the director of the Song of India restaurants.
Little India is perhaps one of the most popular places in Singapore for the ethnic Indian community, and over the years it has been growing, and the SPB, LT, everyone has been making sure that it is developing and all new things being added to Little India, because the other best things that keep adding to Little India is the restaurants. In a true Indian tradition, let's first have something, let's have a good breakfast so that our tummies are filled with good Indian food and we can proceed on a heritage trail. Yeah, let's take a walk towards the restaurants. Komla's is one of the popular brands known for their South Indian kind of breakfast. Komla Vilas, as I said, it's very popular for its vegetarian meals and especially breakfast, because in South Indian cooking, breakfast in the morning is a very important part of the meal. So let's enjoy a South Indian breakfast.
Okay, I think this is what they call a kesari. It's a dessert made out of semolina. Yeah. Then these two are something like sweets which are like a moon cake, or which are normally can be kept for a long time. Generally very popular during festivals, during Deepavali or things like that. And they are made out of, most of the Indian desserts normally and mostly in the north are made out of milk. So the milk is reduced to a great extent till almost it solidifies. And then the solidified milk is used to create desserts with sugar, cardamom. Sometimes they even add, very interestingly, even pepper is added.
And that one over there?
This one I would say is, it's more like a sweet puri. So it's something like a bread which is stuffed with coconut and sweet stuffing and then deep fried.
So is this normal breakfast food?
This I would say is not really breakfast food as such, but it is mostly presented as a welcome. Always you offer something sweet. Now this dosa is perhaps one of the most popular pancake in Indian cooking, and there's so many different versions of a dosa from different region. Each region would say that their dosa is the best. So each region of India would have different kinds of dosas. The Udupi or the Karnataka people will make it more crispier, and always the quantity of the lentil and the rice, the combination, the volume differs, and that's how the dosa becomes more crisp or soft. Okay, this is a vadai that they call. They are made out of white lentils. White lentil flour. White lentils are soaked overnight, then they are ground. But this is one thing which they don't need to be fermented, because if it is fermented and then you deep fry them, they tend to soak a lot of oil. So because you don't want to make them too oily, this is normally ground, and after you make a paste, then immediately fry it. So many people add inside it sometimes curry leaves, chopped coriander, cumin, peppercorns. Spices are added inside the batter and then they are deep fried. These are the idlis. This is also one of the very good example of a steamed dish where rice, it basically comes with rice and a little bit of white lentils. So, and this needs to be fermented and then it is steamed. It normally goes very well with sambar, which is made out of lentils, mostly the arhar lentils, and the sambar also is quite complete because it's got lentils, it's got proteins, and they tend to add a lot of vegetables into it. So this becomes a complete meal. I think that this is an interesting way of serving. I know people always wonder why is this two things here, but it's something like a cup and a saucer. So when people are in a hurry and the coffee or the tea is too hot, they would normally pour it in and cool it down. Or sometimes Indians tend to have a lot of tea, coffee throughout the day. So what they would do is, their two friends sharing them, they'll share it half and have it also. In Bombay, there is a very good word they call for this. They call it cutting tea. You know, they will order, what do you want? You want to have tea? They will say, no, I will have a cutting tea. A cutting tea means something, a small portion of a tea or a coffee.
After a tasty breakfast full of nuggets of information, we said goodbye to Komala Villas and got ready to digest our food with a short walking tour around Little India. In the next part, Chef Milind Savani takes us through the different kitchenware and spices used in Indian cooking.